that wouldn't happen for me, even if it was the perfect night and I'm just meeting this person. So, and I'm clearly not the only person in the world that exists like that, right? So, but I guess it depends too, like, what's your end goal? Like, I don't know, does everyone here want to get married in a long-term committal relationship? Like, what are your standards?
Well, I mean, what are my standards? Or
Yeah.
I prefer long-term relationships. I'm not particularly interested in just having sex with someone once. That's to me that's kind of pointless, to sleep with someone once and then never talk to them again. That's kind of like, for me, it's like, what's the point? Waste of time. If I have sex with someone, I want there to be a continuity. I want to continue seeing them with the hope that it does become something long-term. But sometimes, whether that's on her end or
But what's the point? Like, what's the end game?
Of what? Dating?
Yeah.
Long-term relationship. Maybe kids.
So no marriage, right?
I'm not in favor of marriage, no.
So wouldn't a woman that's like generally higher quality, wouldn't they want that commitment and security?
You mean marriage?
Yeah, if you were looking for a high quality partner you're spending your time with, wouldn't you expect them to want marriage and security?
Would I expect them to want marriage before having sex, or would I just want them to expect marriage in general?
As the end of the relationship.
Yeah, and having kids, because otherwise it's a baby mama, isn't it?
Are you saying because if you have a kid with somebody that's like just baby mama, that's like not a real family? Because my parents aren't married, they're still together and happy.
Yeah, some people will opt out of it and they'll be in the committal relationship still, but it is still a baby mama, right, and a baby daddy.
Well, I mean, in Europe or even just in Quebec, like a lot of people don't get married, and I'm sorry, like calling somebody like baby mama, that's a little...
No one would call them their baby mama. They would say, that's my girlfriend.
What's wrong with calling a baby mama?
No, that's if they're together.
She wants the smoke, Brittany.
If they're together, it's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right? If you guys had a baby right now, would you just be his baby mama?
It would be your girlfriend / baby mama or baby daddy, yeah.
No one would say that.
So then when is it a baby
Nobody
mama?
says that.
I mean, I think maybe they mean in a sense of like
when you
they're
break
not
up.
together. Like when you think of baby mama, you think of like some guy who has a pregnant, like not pregnant, but like with a child girlfriend, or not girlfriend. They're not together. And like they're not together, and so that's his baby mama, but not his girlfriend. Like that's what you usually think.
I hear you, but I've heard on so many occasions the term they use when they're not married. Well, yeah, when they're not married and they have a kid is baby mama.
Even
baby
if
daddy.
they're together, because technically, even if you're married,
Yeah.
you're the baby's mama. So
They say spouse.
Like I don't know.
Because they
like,
would just say wife. Or
so why wouldn't they just
mother
say
of my
girlfriend or
children.
boyfriend?
My spouse.
People can be committed to each other forever or whatever, and not want to sign a marriage contract. They could just be. They could have a ceremony or whatever, and just not want to do a marriage contract.
But then you, as the woman, you're having the kid, and what protection or guarantee do you have? Like, you have a kid with this guy.
What kind of protection for what?
Well, like, what if the guy just leaves you? They could just.
They can leave you if you're married too.
But there's more of a commitment.
Alimony.
There's more of a commitment and a legal stake in things. Like, they have a.
Okay, so now they're tied to you because they have to be, even though they don't want to be.
No, but they will think about it more before going into it with you and having that commitment with you. So that's my point. It's like, what's the point if you're not getting married? It's like you're just. It's a relationship, but it's like baby mama, baby daddy. It just seems like people don't want the label.
Why isn't
even
it
though
girlfriend
that's what
and
it
boyfriend?
No, it's not.
Because it's a degrading word from wife.
They don't want like the discipline.
It's a
of the
degrading
label.
word. Somebody would call my mom a baby mama, like she would walk out of here so fast. Like,
yeah, so people clearly don't like the word, but they still do the thing that the word means. So it just
Only
it comes back to the
disrespectful people would
if
say
you're
that
married,
about
you're still the
them.
baby's mama. So like, I don't understand.
Marriage
if you're
is
in a
just
relationship,
not a baby mama.
Why is it not a baby mama? If you guys have a baby, you're the baby.
If you're not married, it's a baby mama. Baby
And who
daddy.
is that in the dictionary? Like,
It's a mom and a dad. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's common law in like places. Marriage is kind of useless unless you're very Catholic. And my dad is an atheist, and for him, it was just something that was disrespectful to do because he doesn't believe in that religion. So like, marriage was kind of off the table for him. And
well, it has a lot of benefits, right? Like, what if somebody gets into an accident and you have to be the one that decides.
That's what notaries are for.
What?
That the notaries? Notary.
Oh, notary.
Yeah.
There's multiple things.
Loss of consortium. You can
you can sign in front of like somebody to say if I die, this is what happens.
Yeah,
and they
you
sign
could.
It and
Yeah, you could do that, and the same thing with like property and things like that. But there are things that come with marriage that are beneficial to both people, and it's a symbolic way of saying, this is our commitment, and also we have a stake in it, so we're going to really think about it before we go into it, versus baby mama, baby daddy. Well, guess what? I could just leave the state.
But you're assuming that it just jumps from wife and husband to baby mama, baby daddy. Like there's no type of relationships in between.
Like there's nothing
if you're
in
married,
between.
then it wouldn't be baby mama, baby daddy.
But if you're in a long-term relationship and it's your boyfriend and girlfriend, then it's baby mama and baby daddy. Like where are you getting that?
By definition, yeah.
What is the definition of baby mama?
You don't have legal rights to each other.
What is the definition of baby
Not
mama?
having
Legal
rights to each other. That's like the mother of your child.
So if you don't have legal rights to each other, then it just jumps to like where are you getting that? I just don't understand.
Because that's how the term's used. English is how we use.
It's not how.
I'm just saying
you're the only one who's saying it's used like that.
Just because somebody didn't tie the knot doesn't mean that it's baby mama, baby daddy, whatever. That's degrading.
But then why not get married then if you don't like the term?
Because maybe some people just don't want to.
Am I the only one that's heard this as a term of endearment? Like,
probably.
I hear people say this in a positive tone.
Okay, we're getting way too caught up on the baby mama.
It seems like a lot of people don't want like the discipline of the label. Like, oh, it's just not well defined versus like this is my wife or this is my husband versus this is a.
Well, I'm sorry, I arrived in the U.S. pretty late. Like I was like 18, so the times that I heard the word like baby mama or baby daddy for the first time, that was not in circumstances that were very flattering.
Why can't you say partner? I have a child, and we weren't married, but we lived together. Everything was together, but we were gonna get married one day. That was our goal. Yeah. So we considered ourselves as a family. We considered
but y'all were together, like still together.
Did he call you baby mama?
Never.
Then that's
never.
Well, that's your circumstance because unfortunately, he passed and everything. But you were planning to. It's kind of like an
during
engagement.
that time,
so
if you're planning to, it's not baby mama. I just want a definition.
She's basically saying she was engaged.
So she's not a baby mama then. If she's engaged, if you're engaged, it's not a baby mama. If you're married, it's not a baby mama. But if you just have a kid and you're in a relationship, it's baby mama. It's not partner or girlfriend. It's just.
Because the difference between not being married and legally speaking and having the baby outside of that, there's a difference in commitment. It goes to show.
Well, legally as a lawyer, we never use the term baby mama if the mother and father are not married.
Well, that's how it's used. Plenty of people use it that are still together and have a kid. That's how it seems to be used. And I'm not the only one who's noticed it. She pointed it out as well.
I think when people are in a relationship, they don't use it. It seems like she even clarified when usually they're not together.
I mean, that's most of people's idea of that, but also
kind of heard both.
I think it depends on what slang you use, though, because it's like a slang.
It could be depending where you're from too. But the point is, one is more committal. Like if you're willing to commit to someone, like you are legally bound to them. That's more of a commitment than just, I'm going to have a baby with somebody and there's no plans to have that commitment with them.
Yeah, that is completely different. Yeah, that's like,
so I think that's why we use the different